Record number of U.S. deportations and H-1B visa cap, along with SAG Awards, red carpet beauty trends. Let's talk about all that as Kababayan LA starts right now. LA 18's 10th annual Lunar New Year Festival. It was held last Sunday, and don't forget our special program tomorrow na po yan sa Kababayan LA. Try to see kung makita niyo po yung sarili niyo doon. Also, Joseph Vincent is going to be there. And guess what? The person who won our brand new car was a Kababayan, and we also got to interview her. Kilalanin po siya bukas sa Kababayan LA. But of course, like I said, it went down last Sunday sa Wilson Park in Torrance. But you know what? That's not the only thing that was happening on Sunday. There was also the SAG Awards, and we did not forget about that. In fact, today on the show, we're going to be talking about beauty trends from the red carpet at the SAG Awards with our Kababayan makeup artists to Hollywood stars. We're going to meet another Kababayan Pride this afternoon on Kababayan LA. Pero bago ang lahat, marami po tayong tatalakaying mga balita mula sa balita. Pinoy na Pinoy, Weekend Balita. Ronnie, nakakayamot, nakakainis at nakakalito ang nangyayaring investigasyon ngayon kaugnay ng Garcia plea bargain deal. For those of our viewers who are not really very aware of this, can you give us a brief background?
Oo nga, General, no? Itong corruption sa military natin, I think it's blowing out of proportion, ano? Sila na ngayon nagtuturuan, ano? Alam naman natin ang nangyari yan, nagsimula yan, yung former military controller, si dating Major General Carlos Garcia, yung dalawang anak niya nahuli diyan sa San Francisco International Airport. Apparently, they were smuggling $100,000. Diyan nagsimula yan, ano? At ang nangyari nga, ito ay pabaon. At meron na naman yung mga issue dyan, katulad na nating Defense Secretary na si Angelo Reyes, meron din daw siyang pabaon na 50 million pesos nung siya nag-retire noong 2002. At marami ng accusations. Ito na naman si Angelo Reyes na nga yan. Dinidemanda na niya ngayon si Senator Jingo Estrada kasi nga, nagbabangayan sila. Nasabi niya, mukhang vendetta yata ito dahil si Senator Jingo Estrada, siya ang naglabas ng tinatawag na secret witness, ano? Si Colonel George Rabusa na nagsabi nga, siya ay dating budget officer, na sinasabi niya na ito nga, si Angelo Reyes tumanggap daw ng parang pabaon o alam mo naman, maraming payola dyan sa military na yan.
Okay, and what is so aggravating about this is the hearing, it's actually televised. Did you see the hearing na yung isang, was it a congressman flirting with the ombudsman? Parang ano bang nangyayari? Why are we making a mockery out of the system in the Philippines?
Oo, nabanggit mo yan si Ombudsman Mercedes Gutierrez, ano? Sinasabi niya na wala naman daw hocus-pocus na nangyayaring plea bargain with General Carlos Garcia. Sinasabi niya na kailangan nating makipag-plea bargain sa kanya para makuha natin mga impormasyon kung paano nga nagkaroon. Dahil kung ikaw ang controller, ikaw lahat ang may control ng pera, no?
Correct.
Yung gusto nilang malaman kung saan dire-diretso yan, yung paper trail at money trail na yan, at kung sino-sino talaga ang mga tumatanggap. Nangyari nga, mukhang wala naman daw basihan ang sinasabi nila na yung letter ng kanyang misis na si Clarita Garcia yata, no, sinasabi niya, oo, tumanggap kami ng $20,000, shopping money sa mga suppliers. Alam mo, may mga ganyan eh.
Okay.
So, ngayon, gusto nila i-trace nila ito.
Alright, so Ronnie, abangan natin ang mga detalye, mga developments ng balitang yan. Meanwhile, pansamantala natin yung iwanan. Big news naman dito sa Amerika, and this is good news for us, I suppose. Hillary Clinton, Secretary of State, wants to crack down on human trafficking.
Oo, no? Banggitin ko yan, isang araw dumating dito si Vice President Jejo Marbina, no? Ang isa sa mga issue niya rin, bukod sa housing program, yung human trafficking ititigil nga. Ito nga si nabanggit mo si Foreign Secretary Hillary Clinton, despite of what's happening in the Middle East, despite of what's happening in Egypt, ngayon, sinasabi niya sa mga Washington officials, we have to take care of our own human trafficking problem kasi kasama na ngayon sa listahan ang Amerika.
Okay, human trafficking is also closely linked to immigration. Siyempre, no, it makes way for people's exploitation, lalo na pag hindi sila legally staying here, no? So, in regards to immigration, meron namang bagong palabas na report ang US. They had record number of deportations.
Oo, no? The last 2 years, almost 1 million, actually mga 800,000 na ang dinideport ng Obama administration in the last 2 years. record number yan, kasi nga gusto nila magkaroon ng immigration reform, ang mga kalaban naman nila sa kabilang panig, yung mga Republicans, gusto naman nila ng higpitan ng border at saka higpitan ng ang pag-check sa mga illegal immigrants. So, ginagawa nila parang, ang tingin ko rito, parang leverage nila to, ginagawa nilang bargaining chip, o sige, manghuhuli kami, pero of course, ang gusto naman ng Presidente, si US President Obama is magkaroon talaga ng immigration reform once and for all. Yan ang sinabi niya ng speech niya ng State of the Union.
Exactly, and that's something that we will hold him to his word also, at sana pakinggan naman siya ng ating mga ibinoto sa Congress at saka sa Senate. Meanwhile, Ronnie, so from the Philippines to US news, punta naman tayo sa world news. Some things it's really chaotic in Egypt right now, and it is in the interest of our kababayans who are working there as OFWs or maybe living there or maybe touring there to be brought back to the Philippines safely. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Oo, ang nireport ngayon ng Department of Foreign Affairs, they are ready to repatriate kung sino man ang gustong umalis na Filipino, There are about 6,500 Filipinos working in Cairo and Alexandria. Although malayo daw sila sa yung square na kung saan nagrarally ang mga Egyptians, ngayon nakita natin kayo ng umaga, meron na rin daw pro-Mubarak na lumalaban na ngayon sa mga anti-Mubarak forces, so nagkakagulo ngayon doon. However, sinasabi naman nila, yung mga tawag nila sa DFA hotline, we are safe, we don't intend to leave yet. Titingnan nila kung ano ang development, pero gaya nabanggit ko, ang Department of Foreign Affairs are there ready to repatriate at meron ng mga tinatala mga 25 million pesos at least para paghanda sa pag-repatriate sa mga kababayan natin doon.
Okay, yan. Umiral na naman yung pagka-Pilipino natin, pagka-USI. Siguro ayaw pang umuwi dahil gusto pang makiusisa kung anong nangyayari doon. But for me, I think they should leave for now, di ba?
That's true. Alam mo, kasi dyan, ang mahirap din dyan, yung mga kababayan natin, kasi ang hirap-hirap umalis ng bansang Pilipinas to find work abroad, at alam mo naman, ang dahilan na yan, economics, tapos only to be repatriated, mawawala na naman sila ng trabaho.
Yeah, but better be safe without a job. At least you can still look for a job rather than be there, stay there anyways. Ronnie, thank you so much for sharing those information with us, the details of those news stories. I know we have much more to read on
sa Midweek at Weekend Balita, at of course meron kami Las Vegas and San Francisco editions, at of course sa aming website po, balita.com.
Alright, maraming salamat and more power to you.
Maraming salamat po sa inyo.
That was Ronnie Lygo, Editor-in-Chief of Midweek and Weekend Balita. We mentioned earlier record number of deportations from the U.S. The past 2 years from the Obama administration. We're going to be talking about that along with some immigration update when we return on the show. Don't go away.
You poke, cut, squint, and swear.